goes down through a pulley and then up to the central axle. There it is tied on. The trebuchet master, why have you stopped? They are tired. Do they know what they do? Tomorrow we march upon London to attack the capital. You will get them moving or I'll have the flesh off of your back. We have to succeed. We've got to do this. We must be able to shoot one rock out of every trebuchet once every 6 minutes. We need to maintain that kind of shooting power if we are going to have any chance of our success tomorrow. Now, where was I? Yes, there's a rope attached to the throwing arm. It goes down through a pulley.
Yeah, I really feel really sorry for them.
There he's tied on. The men's walking action tightens the rope around the axle, pulling down the arm and lifting them a counterweight. That huge wooden box that hangs in the middle of the machine. That box and its contents weighs just over 5 tons. So you witness 4 people lift that incredible weight just using their labour. Amazing. What a feat of engineering. Well, yes, it is. But there is one drawback with this system. If one of the winders makes the mistake of looking forward through the slats in the wheel, you get a shimmering light. This brings on a form of motion sickness, which is called trebuchet sickness. And it's not unknown for a trebuchet winder to literally throw up inside the wheel. Now that is not a good idea. Think about it. You throw up in an environment where the floor becomes the ceiling. It goes all over you, but not once, again and again. All over everybody else, but most importantly, it coats the inside of the wheel, making it extremely stiff. And taking that trebuchet out of action until it can be cleaned up. That is not a good thing. Right, arm is down and it's locked down by a trigger which is pushed through a metal hoop. That is the release mechanism. Below the trigger, the trebuchet master's pushed in a steel pin, so you can't pull the trigger until you take the pin out. It's there for safety. And to be doubly sure, she's locked on a chain as well. So the shooting sequence will be remove the chain, pull out the pin, and then you can pull the trigger. Arm down, locked down, looks like the machine's ready to go. But of course it isn't, because of the rope, which is still tight around the axle. You can't do anything until you get rid of that rope. So it's back into the wheel. Don't walk that way, turn around and go that way, and then you wind that rope off. We've got a problem. The winder in this wheel's struggling. It looks like trebuchet sickness. The trebuchet master comes across and helps him out of the wheel. She'll probably give him a drink. Like a loving mother, she gently chastises her child. Not hard, isn't it? Brutal, isn't it? But of course it is. That man's just endangered the entire crew. We march upon London. And when there, we batter down the walls. And then we take a man from the throne of England who believes he is there by God-given right. We then replace him with our own personal choice. If we fail, all of these people will be executed and my head is on a spike on London Bridge. Failure is not an option. We must drive them on. We have to succeed. Now this machine is capable of shooting a 150 kilo rock, well over 300 pounds. So, on our siege, do I load all of my trebuchets with rocks? We do that, we select a section of the city wall that looks the most vulnerable. And then we bombard it relentlessly. Eventually, we blast a hole in it. But it doesn't end there, because then the inhabitants fight like demons. We are going to lose a lot of men, and it's going to take a long time. The one thing we haven't got is time. We know that Yorkist reinforcements will be mobilising, and they plan to march upon the capital. We must get there first and do the deed before they arrive. But if we batter down the walls, how do we then defend it against that Yorkist counter-attack? No, it's not an option. We must keep the walls intact. So how do we do that? We throw things over them, that's how. Why don't we empty all the trees in the area, find dead and rotting animals, dig up graves, throw the whole lot into our trebuchets and throw it into the city, spreading disease. Contaminate the water supply, that'll sort it, but it's going to take a long time. So maybe we try a psychological approach. We already have hundreds of Yorkist prisoners. Why don't we chop off their heads, load their heads into baskets and throw them in? But that's probably still going to take too long. So maybe we just play the ace which is up my sleeve. There is one thing that medieval man feared more than anything else. Times of peace, his greatest ally. And that is fire. The city of London is packed with timber buildings, thatched roofs, and only a handshake between. If we can set the whole alight, it won't be long before they're surrendering. And we take the capital with that all-important outer wall intact. So that will be my strategy. So this afternoon, in our drill, we are going to shoot a fireball! A fireball is an 18-kilo rock which has been wrapped in sacking and soaked in fuel all afternoon. You can't put it in a sling because of the set of the light. So within the rock is set a ring. A chain to the ring, a rope to the chain, hook it onto the end of the arm, and launch the entire thing. Come down a fuel mixture, onto the trough, and onto the hook. The loader is ordered out of the way. The trebuchet master starts her safety kit. Is she happy with the trebuchet? Is she happy with the shooting range? Nothing's wandered onto her. When all clear, she will step up and take off those all-important safeties. Trebuchet master, remove the chain! Remove the pin! Steps down, takes the rope which leads to the trigger, and prepares to launch the trebuchet. We launch! Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, the Warwick Castle's Legend Show. Now that is not achieved without an awful lot of hard work, especially on a hot afternoon like this. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to fill your lungs and I want you to give the biggest cheer you possibly can for the crew! Woo! Absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is why Warwick Castle is Britain's ultimate castle. We hope you enjoyed your day here, and thank you so much for watching the Trebuchet Show. Thank you!